Beneath these turquoise waves lies a city once called the wickedest place on earth. A city swallowed by the sea in minutes, taking with it lives, legends, and possibly a fortune in gold. But could Jamaica's lost pirate treasure still be buried in the sunken ruins of Port Royal? Today, we dive into a story full of mystery, greed, and ghosts. But before we explore this underwater legend, like, share, and subscribe if you love true mysteries and hidden history. Tap the bell so you never miss a story from Unsolved Mysteries Jamaica. Welcome to Unsolved Mysteries Jamaica. Now, let's get into today's episode. The Lost Treasure of Port Royal. After centuries, researchers have managed to recover many of Port Royal's lost artifacts, but the treasure has proven elusive. So what exactly happened to this legendary fortune? Before we dive in, I want you to tap that like button, ring the bell, and subscribe if you haven't already. Your support means the world to me, and I promise to bring you even more amazing adventures in the future. Now, let's get exploring. Let's start with the basics. Where is Port Royal located? Well, it sits at the mouth of Kingston Harbour on the southern coast of Jamaica. Imagine a bustling port town filled with sailors, merchants, and yes, even a few pirates. Ah, here it is, right over there. Now imagine a sudden jolt as the earth trembles beneath your feet. But what happened here was no ordinary tremor. On June 7th, 1692, a massive earthquake struck, causing the ground to split open and swallow the town whole. But that wasn't all. A tsunami followed, adding insult to injury and making sure nothing remained above the water's surface. Just like that, Port Royal went from a vibrant settlement to a sunken city. Can you picture it? Buildings, markets, even homes plummeting into the depths. This catastrophe didn't just shake Jamaica, it sent ripples across the Caribbean. But amidst the destruction, one question emerged. What happened to the pirates' treasure? Did it escape the watery grave or lie dormant beneath the waves? Now, let's meet the star of our story, the pirates. These swashbuckling rogues weren't just looking for adventure. They were after riches, and where better to stash their loot than in the bustling port town of Port Royal. From the sandy beaches to the shady taverns, every corner seemed to hold a secret. We're talking about men like Henry Morgan, a privateer turned pirate who amassed a fortune pillaging on Spanish galleons. Perhaps it was the infamous Blackbeard whose name strikes fear into the hearts of sailors, hiding his wealth in Port Royal before setting sail again. And there's Calico Jack, known for his flamboyant style and cunning ways. Which bars did he frequent? Where did he hide his booty? And most importantly, did some of it end up in the sea after the earthquake? We'll tell you everything we know about the disaster that befell Port Royal. So sit tight, because things are about to get shaky. Imagine you're in Port Royal during the 1600s. Life is good. The sun shines bright, the ocean breeze caresses your skin, the rhythmic crash of waves serenades your days, while the salty temps of the sea fills your lungs. Suddenly, the ground begins to tremble beneath your feet. At first, it's just a gentle hum, a subtle vibration that you could easily ignore. But then the tremors intensify. The earth roars as if awakened from a slumbering rage. Structures sway, the ground cracks, and chaos ensues. People flee in terror as the very foundations of their reality seem to crumble before their eyes. It's June 7th, 1692, and you're in Port Royal when the mighty earthquake strikes. Now, you can either grab onto a chair for dear life, or brace yourself against a wall to steady your shaking legs. Time seems to stop, leaving you suspended between the familiar solid ground and the terrifying uncertainty of what comes next. Peer out to see the ocean, which moments ago had been a source of livelihood and leisure, now receding ominously from the shore. For Before you can comprehend what's happening, the land beneath your feet gives way. You feel yourself sinking, falling into a gaping abyss that seems to have no bottom. You struggle to keep your head above the water, gasping for breath, flailing your arms in a desperate attempt to reach the surface. But it's too late. The water temperature envelops your body in a chilling embrace. Panicked thoughts race through your mind, each one more terrifying than the last. Was there anything you could have done differently? Will anyone remember you? What will become of your loved ones left behind in this submerged city? Fear grips your heart, squeezing tightly as you succumb to the murky depths. Finally, the water temperature envelops your body in a numbing embrace, stealing away your strength and ushering in an unsettling calm. Your eyes flutter closed, surrendering to the darkness that awaits. Seconds tick by, stretching into what feels like an eternity. Your heart, which moments ago had pounded in your chest, now slows to a halt. This is the end. You are lost in the depths of the sea. Before we continue, do you think the pirates managed to escape with their fortune? Or did it all sink to the bottom of the sea along with Port Royal? Let us know in the comments. As the years passed, the exact death toll remained uncertain, shrouded in mystery and speculation. Some accounts place it at around 2,000. While others estimate that as many as 3,000 souls perished in the disaster. But amidst the tragedy, an oddity caught people's attention. Half of Port Royal had vanished, swallowed by the sea, yet it remained intact. The earthquake had acted like an underwater Pac-Man, devouring the land and leaving the other half untouched. Now, imagine yourself diving into the Caribbean Sea. You're surrounded by crystal clear water teeming with colorful marine life. Sunlight filters through the surface, creating dancing patterns on the sandy bottom. As you descend, the world above fades away until all that remains is the silent symphony of the underwater realm. All around you, the ghostly outlines of Port Royal's streets, houses, and shops rise from the seafloor. It's as if the city has been perfectly preserved in a watery tomb. You swim past sunken buildings, their walls covered in lush coral and sponges. Schools of curious fish weave in and out of the crumbling structures. Then you noticed something glinting in the distance. Intrigued, you glide closer. As you approach, it becomes clear that it's a treasure chest, its surface adorned with barnacles and sea anemones. The thought sends a thrill down your spine. With bated breath, you open the chest, revealing stacks of weathered documents, old maps, and faded paintings. Where's the gold? Where are the jewels that legends speak of? After the initial shock, survivors of the earthquake scrambled to salvage what they could from the wreckage. They worked tirelessly to rebuild their lives, piece by piece. The spirit of camaraderie prevailed as neighbors helped neighbors, sharing what little they had and offering solace to those who had lost everything. Slowly but surely, the town began to rise from the ashes, quite literally, since much of it was now underwater. But there was a catch. The disaster had not only claimed lives, it had swallowed entire fortunes. Many residents believed that the earthquake had unearthed hidden pirate treasures, sending a wave of excitement and avarice through the survivors. Rumors spread like wildfire. Some whispered of chests overflowing with gold and jewels, while others spoke of hidden coves where pirates had stashed their loot. Fueled by desperation and greed, people started digging. They tore apart buildings, overturned streets, and even dredged up the seabed in search of buried riches. However, despite their relentless efforts, the treasure remained elusive. Had the earthquake swallowed the treasure along with the city? Or were the tales nothing but fanciful whispers carried on the wind? The mystery deepened, captivating the imagination of those who dared to dream of sudden wealth. And so the hunt continued, turning Port Royal into a town divided between the hope of striking it rich and the grim reality of starting anew. What if the earthquake had buried the treasure instead of swallowing it? An intrepid team of archaeologists and treasure hunters set off to explore the seabed around Port Royal. Armed with high-tech sonar scanning equipment, they comb through layers of silt and debris. Their mission is simple: find the missing treasure. Using cutting-edge technology, they analyze maps and historical records, hoping to locate the buried treasure. Their quest leads them to unexpected places, hidden coves and long-forgotten tunnels. With each passing day, the stakes rise. Rival treasure hunters close in, eager to claim the prize for themselves. The pressure mounts, intensifying the race against time. As they inch closer to the truth, danger lurks around every corner. Acarus tides, sudden storms, and even dangerous marine creatures test their limits. The clock is ticking. Will they uncover the treasure before it's too late? Will you dive into the depths to uncover the truth, or stick to solid ground where the adventure ends? Tell us in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting stories from Unsolved Mysteries Jamaica. And I'll see you next time.